Hey everybody, welcome to the JLash Show. My name is Jackson Lasher and welcome back to Season 2, Episode 35 of the JLash Show. So as we all know, the Flyers have clinched a playoff berth in the first time since the 2019-20 NHL season when they had that little bubble like playoff thing in the summertime, which kind of sucked. But let's first talk about their perseverance through these past 3 years. Let me tell you, this team has built itself up yet again, and I am very I'm so happy to say that right now, because they were not great when they made the playoffs the last year they played, but then like the 6-year slump they've been in, it was just absolutely it wasn't pleasant, and it wasn't great, especially for Philly fans who were looking for a good team, a good hockey team in Philadelphia to play with. Let me tell you, we have built ourselves back up. And I'm very proud of how we've kind of handled the situation for the Flyers. The Flyers were just like, they were so bad. We had Scott Gordon, and then he was our intern coach, which then we've hired John Tortorella, which he just did an absolute atrocious job. We just didn't have the right players, and they just didn't have the skill to play on the ice for the Philadelphia Flyers, if I do say so myself. And then the Flyers hired Rick Touche as their current coach, and let me tell you right now, he has done probably the best job that any Flyers coach has done in the past few years as he has done in a few weeks for the Flyers. A few months, if I have to say. Really, he built him back up, and he's just been doing very good ever since. He's been drawing up very good plays. He's just been very good, and I think the Flyers, if I do say so myself, are a better shootout team than any team that they have played against, because really they are a very good young team. They just know how to shoot out, and they know everything. So the Flyers are very good at winning it late. But the thing is, they have to get it done, and like when they get it done, because it's just when they don't get it done, it's miserable. So, but they got it done, and they won 2-3 against probably the best team that they are going to play against in the playoffs, because Carolina Hurricanes, I think they clinched their division. So us winning eliminated Washington, so that was amazing. So we at least got a playoff berth. But this team, I'm telling you, with Noah Cates, Michkov, Tyson Forster, everybody like that, Noah Cates, especially Dan Vladar, who was a stud in the net when they started just doing very well offensively. But however, let's do a little bit of a recap of the game when the Carolina Hurricanes scored 2 times in the first period, which was a little bit awful. And I was like, is our offense going to kind of come back here? Is he going to really sneak around this tough goalie that we have, or that Carolina had? And I'm like, and I kind of started losing my optimism a little bit. And I was like, is this team going to come back? I don't know. I don't think so, because they just don't have the experience. They are still a very young team. They are just like, they're all new to the, well, some of them are new. Some of them are older. Sean Couturier is older. But really, we managed to come by and come back, and that was incredible. In the second period, we came back and we tied it 2-2. Really, the Trevor Zegras scored on a power play, which that guy is incredible too. Michkov scored. He's amazing. Porter Martone, he is definitely someone that to keep an eye around for the Philadelphia Flyers. He's going to become a future of the franchise, if I do say so myself. He is really, really good. But the Flyers played like absolute beasts out there. And Trevor Zegras did, but he missed the first shot. So Tyson Forster took a snapshot and absolutely made it, which Xfinity Mobile Arena has gone insane for the first time in like God knows how much long. In 6 years, but it wasn't Xfinity Mobile Arena. It was the Wells Fargo Center. So, yeah, it was insane to say the least. So this team is a very young team that is going to see a lot in the future, but I totally think that they are going to be one of the best teams in the future. So really, we have a lot of potential. We do have a lot of potential. But what I am a little bit scared of is we do know who our opponents are, and they are the Pittsburgh Penguins, which, as you all know, we are big cross-state rivals. As you all know, I am a big Philadelphia Flyers fan, so I do not like the Pittsburgh Penguins. They suck. I hate them. They are a scummy team, especially stupid-ass Sidney Crosby, which we do not like. Sidney Crosby is just an a-hole. He is a scumbag against the Philadelphia Flyers. But as much as I say that, he has done very well against us. He lit the lamp. I think I saw a statistic earlier today that said that in 175 games or so, he has 75 goals against us in the past few times that we meet, and it was just it's not a great statistic to look at, and it's kind of shameful. That shows that we don't defend him enough, but we have to we have to be on him, because if we're not on him, there's nothing we can do, and he is just going to beat us up. But what we need to do is we need to really defend him the most, because although he is getting up there in age, he has 74 points. He's doing very well. He has 29 goals and 45 assists, which is very good for him. I'm happy. He's probably going to go down as one of the better Penguins of all time, if I have to say. But really, I'm not really happy that we're facing off against the Pittsburgh Penguins in the first round. But it is going to create for a really, really good cross-state rivalry game, if I do have to say. I'm looking forward to watching that. I am hoping the Flyers win. To all you Pittsburgh guys across the state, I hope your team loses. I honestly don't really care if I don't care if they lose. Like, I'm just gonna be happy. I'm celebrating if they move on to if the Flyers move on to the second round. That's really all I care about, because they are the Flyers are a very good young team, and that's something we have seen and I have said for a while now, and I am gonna see a lot of that in the future. I will come back to that in a minute. I want to talk about the Canadiens and Flyers game going on. I believe it is. I don't think it's today. Is it? I think it is today. But it is their final game against the. It's their season finale. So the Flyers are heading into the playoffs. I think the Canadiens are heading into the playoffs. If I think I don't know. I don't keep an eye on them, but. The Flyers. I would say their method should be resting all of their starters. They should not be putting really any of them in. This game doesn't matter. They have already clinched, so we do not need anything from them. Like, we don't need to put all our starters in and risk them getting hurt. I don't want that. I don't want that one bit. Like, it's scary to me, because if that happens, then we're going to have less of a chance to move on to the second round in the NHL Stanley Cup, which would be a bummer for us, but it would kind of be not well deserved. I hope it really doesn't happen. So, if it does happen, I hope that player gets better, but we hope that does not happen. I do not like seeing anyone hurt. Like, it's just... I can't stand to see anyone hurt. But really, let's take a look. Montreal is 48-23-10 on the season, and the Flyers are 42-27-12 on the season. So I'm very excited to see how this matchup goes. I don't think it's going to be too bad, but I think we might lose against the Canadiens, and we might be playing them in the playoffs. Who knows? But if we don't, good for us. I don't really care. But I think that we will win in the playoffs. At least one of these series games we'll at least win. and say that we won in the playoffs for the first time in 6 years. So all that coverage will be on here on the JLash Show. I will be talking to you guys about all of that on the next episode, which who knows when that will be. With the Pittsburgh Penguins, Philadelphia Flyers, the series is going to be insane. I am so excited to see how they play against the Flyers. The Pittsburgh Penguins are 41, 24, and 16 on the season. So, yeah, I mean, the Pittsburgh and Philly aspect is kind of like, it's kind of split, but they are like the same. I would say that they would probably be more of a offensive team against Sidney Crosby, because Sidney Crosby is very good at lighting up the lamp. I wouldn't say anything less than that. So, I mean, really, I think that they will. If I had to say, I would probably say that I have. If you ask for my take on it, you just got to give me a minute to think, because it's a very tough aspect of that. You have Sidney Crosby, who's very good at lighting up the Flyers, the Flyers goalie, but we have gotten better Flyers goalies. If you look at the offensive Philadelphia lineup, you have like Noah Cates, you have Porter Martone, you have Michkov, Sean Couturier, and you have all those guys that are very good offensive people for the Flyers offense, including Tyson Forster. Don't ever forget about him. So you have some of those guys, and yeah, so that's about it. So I would probably have the and don't forget defense. I think that Philly is a very good defensive team, better than Pittsburgh. I think that Philly will win in probably 6 games, if I have to say. So that's my pick. That we will win in 6 games. Philly will win in 6 games. So yeah, good luck to both of those teams in the playoffs. So now, moving on to the JLash Show weather report now. Welcome to the JLash Show Weather Center. I'm your Chief Meteorologist, Lasher, and it is a very warm day. I have my window open, so sorry if you hear any background noise, because I have my window open because it is really warm in here. It is a high of 84 today, which is equivalent to a summer. Tomorrow will be a high of 87, and Thursday will be a high of 87, which will be most likely record breaking, because they will feel like really warm record temperatures. As a cold front is going to move through, I would say Sunday, it will bring temperatures back down into the 60s and 50s, which will feel a lot more seasonable than how it feels right now. By Friday, it is going to be a high of 80 degrees, but it's going to start cooling down, and then it's going to go to 79, 65, and then 50 by Monday, which is when the cold front will move through. But overall, very nice days ahead, sunny and cloudy with no rain, which is very nice. So yes, that is pretty much about it. Now back to the JLash Show. Welcome back from the JLash Show weather report. I hope you liked it. So now let's get back to the Philadelphia Phillies, which they are 8-8 on the season. They won against the Chicago Cubs 7-13 yesterday with 2 Kyle Schwarber home runs. He's okay on the season. He's batting .236, so not too terribly good, but not really bad to the point where it's like atrocious. He has 6 home runs, so I'm not complaining about that. It's very good. So I'm very happy about how he is progressing on the Phillies and how everything is taking shape. Aaron Nola is pitching for the Philadelphia Phillies. I believe they have already released the lineups. So if they did, I will let you guys know, which they should have. No, they did not. Sorry, but they did not release them yet. But that is Okay, well, according to ESPN, other platforms they might have released them, but that doesn't matter. I will always update you guys. But Justin Crawford, he is leading the Phillies in batting average with a 306 average, which is very good for him. He is a good Philadelphia Philly, and I think he deserves to stay on to the team for a little while. But the Phillies pitcher Aaron Nola is 1-1 and has a 3.63 ERA on the season so far. So not too terribly bad, but he should definitely get a little bit better. As I discussed in previous episodes about the Phillies situation, they are okay, but they aren't the best in the league. I've seen teams play better than us. Absolutely, I've seen teams play better than us, batting average wise, offensive wise, and defensive wise. And it's kind of a shame. I'm kind of ashamed to kind of watch the Phillies right now because their batting average is just absolutely terrible. Like, their averages are just terrible. You got a Kyle Schwarber, of course, has a 2.36 average, while Trey Turner has it's not good. Like, we need to do better. Harper has a low batting average, and then all these players have low batting averages. I'm like, we can't really do that because it's just not really that. It's not great. So it's whatever. I'm not going to complain about it. It's only like a month into the season, and we can't complain about batting averages yet and how everyone is playing because the team will handle it eventually. They'll either fire someone or get them to do better. You can't really worry about it, especially if it's out of your control. I mean, the most you can do is post it on social media, but the Phillies probably won't even know you exist, and they will just go about their day. But what I'm talking about is they need to do better on the batting. It's a shame to see that they have veterans that can barely hit like 250 to 275. Like, they should be hitting a lot more than that. Not a lot more, but like a little bit more, to the point where we can at least win a few games in a row, which we sometimes just can't, which is a shame. But it's out of my control, so I can't tell them what to do. It's stupid, but I wish I could become like a coach for the Phillies, because I would tell them what to do, and then like all that. So we're chilling, but they are 500 down on the season, so they just got to get a little bit better because they will crumble if they don't. So really, what is the future for the Phillies? Let's take a look at their schedule. It looks like they are playing Chicago right now. It looks like they will be playing Atlanta, which is their division rival, next, which is going to be a little bit scary because I don't know if they're going to be because Atlanta is very powerful, if you ask me, because now they have all their powerful players back. So it's going to be a little difficult to do all that. So really, I'm not like afraid that they're going to lose, but like I think that they're going to need to do some work before they play Atlanta, because if they score too much one game, which they did, because Christopher Sanchez was the pitcher and he held the defense down pretty well, if you ask me. They will. I mean, they just can't score too much, because then they are putting their energy all in one game, and now all of a sudden they just crumble down the next two games and lose the series, which that's what we've seen, and they just can't do that. They need to kind of disperse their energy, and like they gotta kind of like put it over all three games, if you know what I mean. But it's kind of what they want to do and what they are wanting to do. So it's not like I said, it's not my decision. So, but I do kind of want to say this because I feel like I would be a very good coach for the Phillies. So I would love to coach for them. I would love to kind of like do like the lineups and like all that stuff. Like, I don't know the mechanics of like batting and everything, but like I would kind of like to see how that works. So that is pretty much about it for this time. Now on to Philly Sports Shenanigans with JLash. Welcome to Philly Sports Shenanigans with JLash. I am your host for Philly Sports Shenanigans with JLash, Jackson Lasher. And let me tell you, the Flyers clinching the playoffs shows that they are a very good team and that they should promote Dollar Dog Night to get more fans to come. Unlike the Phillies, who got rid of it because they were misbehaving for one game, I think the Flyers should promote it because I feel like they would handle it way better than the Phillies would. But again, it's a little bit iffy because like it is a playoff game, so they might get rowdy and it's a Pittsburgh Penguins game, so they would probably start throwing everything on like the ice, which would be miserable. So again, I do not like Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is like the worst team ever. I hate Pittsburgh. So we will see how everything goes, and hopefully the Flyers win. Hopefully everything prevails, and hopefully, if possible, the Flyers will go on a little Cinderella run and they will win the Stanley Cup, which I don't see happening, but it's just all an idea right now. But now on to JLash or Trash. Welcome to JLash or Trash. I am your host of JLash or Trash, Jackson Lasher, and the hot take is the Flyers are going to win the Stanley Cup, and my answer is no, because they are not a capable team. They are not a old enough team of winning it just yet. Yes, they are a young team, and that's what you want, but you want guys with kind of experience but are still young. So like guys in their like mid to late 20s is max that you would want to go. And I don't think the Flyers have anyone like that. They have old guys, and then they have the new guys. Hot take number 2 is that the Phillies are going to crush Atlanta absolutely mercilessly. I don't think so, because we are not that good of a team. It's a shame to say so, but we are just not that good of a team just yet. We need to get our offense up to snuff, and then maybe we will be that good of a team eventually. I don't know, but we'll have to see. And that is pretty much about it for this episode of the JLash Show. Follow my social media pages, especially my website, thejlashow.com, where you can become a guest and can sign up to become a guest and talk with me on stuff like this. So that's about it. Have a good day, JLash Nation.